If you want to improve any area of your life, the very best thing that you have to stop doing is to stop being a walking paradox. What do I mean by this? There are so many people who say, Matt, I want to be really healthy and fit. And they reach out to me through Instagram or through YouTube or through Facebook and they say, Matt, I need some advice. What do I do? And then I give them the advice and they say, cool, I want to achieve this outcome. I want to be healthy. I want to lose body fat. But then their actions are not aligned with where they want to get to. I want to be healthy. So they wake up, they drink coffee, they eat muffin, they eat pancakes, they go to McDonald's, they constantly drink soft drink. Their actions aren't aligned with what they want. Maybe for you, you say, I want to be more happier. But then you go around and hang with friends who are toxic to your emotions. You say that you want to be financially successful, you want to have more money, and then you spend money on what you want rather than things that you need. You say that you want to start a business, but you spend your time watching Netflix, watching TV, constantly scrolling through Facebook, constantly watching YouTube videos. The very best thing that you can do is become so self-aware of the stories that you are telling yourself. More specifically, the limiting beliefs that you may have that is preventing you from being in alignment with your vision, being in alignment with the outcome that you want to create for yourself. So the other day I was going for a run and I did a 10 to 11 kilometer run and I was running, right? And I'm very visual. I like to think of metaphors and analogies while I'm meditating or while I'm going for a run. So I was running and I noticed all this self-dialogue was going on, right? And I believe, to give you some context, I believe that we have two different voices. We have our head, which I call the illusionist, which just gives us illusions to stay in comfort, which prevents us from reaching our full potential, the head, right? And then we have our higher self, our heart, our body, our intuition. So I was running, and I was noticing all these different stories that the illusionist was creating. Stop, Matt, your mouth is dry. Stop, Matt, you haven't had breakfast yet. You'll probably like pass out because you haven't had food. And I didn't actually feel like that, but as I started to listen more and more and more to that voice, I started to believe it. And I started to think of it like this, right? So if you want to create alignment, you need to become aware of the stories that the illusionist is saying to you that is preventing you from being in alignment with your vision. So think of it like this. We have point A and then point B. And imagine that the journey from point A to point B is this gigantic hallway, this massive hall, right? That's just kilometers long. And you're running down the hall, you're trying to get to point B, your outcome. Whether that for you it's a better body, whether that for you it's more money, whether that for you it's a business, whatever it is, your outcome, your vision. And this is where you're starting from. So you start running down the hallway, and then all of a sudden, a few meters in, the illusionist pops up. And it's a clone. It's like you're looking in the mirror. But you need to remember that that is an illusion. It's not actually there. So while you're running, the illusionist will start running with you and will say, hey, turn back. You shouldn't be doing this because what if X happens? And then if you listen to it, you start to create some fear within you. Remember, the illusionist, that voice isn't you. It is something that pops up that is preventing you from moving forward. And if you listen to the illusionist that is running along with you, whispering into your ear, it's very easy for you to get into the illusion that that's you and then turn around because now you're living in fear. But the only way that that fear was created in the body was from what was happening up here. Fear didn't just come out of nowhere, it happened from something that was coming up in here. Another word for fear is self-doubt. So you're running along, you're running towards your dream, you're running towards your vision. The illusion says, you can't do this. So you say, shit, maybe I can't do this. That I can't do this was created from something that happened up here. The illusion is feeding you this infectious story that you can't do it. And it also justifies this. You can't do this because remember in second grade when you tried this and then you didn't get picked for the team. Or we'll say, remember in the past that you got rejected, so you better not go and approach that lady, you better not go and approach that man because what if you get rejected again? Remember what happened in the past. The illusionist will always live in the past or the future. The higher self lives in the now. The higher self just lives in every single step. It's time to stop listening to the limiting beliefs that is preventing you from living in alignment. You see, I don't want to just give you this pump-up talk to go, yeah, stop being a walking paradox. To give you some things that you can do is become self-aware, by writing out, getting a journal out and writing out what is preventing me. What am I saying to myself moment to moment that is preventing me from reaching my outcome? Maybe for you, you keep telling yourself that I don't have time. Well, not you. The illusionist is feeding you, whispering in your ear that you don't have time. So when you wake up, you say, well, I can't go to the gym because I don't have time. I need to do this. Maybe for you, it's constantly looking at your bank account and it's preventing you from living in happiness, in abundance, because every time that you look in your bank account, you're like, man, I only have $400. So you're looking at the lack rather than what's there, the abundance of money that you have in your bank account, the $400 that most people would kill to have, because that's how much they would earn within 3 years. Because there's so many people living on $2.50 a day. Everything that you're experiencing is only because what is happening up here? What are the stories that you were telling yourself? What is the illusionist whispering in your ear that you keep believing? Just becoming conscious of what the illusionist is saying is enough to realize that it is just an illusion, and you don't have to push through anything. You don't have to palm the illusionist out of the way. Just by remembering that the illusionist isn't an illusion is enough to walk right through it without force, because it's not even there. So I really hope that this video helped you out. Become aware of what are the stories that is preventing you from moving in the direction that you want to move down. So leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought, and until I see you guys in the next video, remember to love all living things, and most importantly, love thyself.